I would first like to ask Matthew Bradley for the 3-minute statement, and then James Hightower for a 3-minute statement, and for Dennis Knowles, a 3-minute statement. Mr. Bradley.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Matthew Bradley, and I'm running as a write-in candidate for mayor of the city of Benton Harbor. The reason why I'm running for this office is because there are a lot of people that say that young people don't do anything as far as politics go, but I want to change that statement. The reason why I'm running is because I grew up in this city, got involved in politics at a very, very early age. I remember calling the city manager. I was about 10 years old, city manager Roberts at the time, giving him a call and saying, the roof of the Liberty Theater has collapsed and we need to do something about that. Get a call back and my mom said, there's somebody on the phone that wants to talk to you. And I thought I was in trouble, but it was the city manager. Graduated from Benton Harbor High School in 2005. I was a student school board member during the 2004-2005 school year. Was appointed to that. Went and took classes at Lake Michigan College, and I haven't completed yet, but I'm still finishing my studies. Also, running as mayor of the city, I would like to change some things in the city, take our city in a different direction, in a 21st century direction.
Thank you very much. The next person will be James Hightower.
Good evening, I'm James Hightower, and my name will be on your ballot this coming Tuesday to serve and represent you as mayor of the city of Benton Harbor. I'd like to thank the Consortium for Community Development for hosting this informative event. Also this distinguished panel for taking out the time and making the sacrifice to make this happen for the citizens of Benton Harbor. I think it's so important for us to know who is on the ballot and what is on the ballot, and not only who and what, but what those individuals stand for. Early on, when I announced that I was running, I was asked who was I running against. And my answer was not who but what. I'm running against years of apathy toward voting, apathy toward correcting social issues, poor or no decision making, lack of opportunities, no venues for our youth, an unemployment rate so high that it can't be calculated, the lack of ownership, negative mindsets, the lack of vision or understanding in how to influence positive change, which has been demonstrated by our current condition in having to have an EM. It's really time to stop repeating history. And I've been hearing that over and over and over again. And when I ran in 2007, I vowed that that's what I would not do, that we would set things in order. And I worked diligently the last 4 years to ensure that that would happen. And today we can say we do have a balanced budget. And I want to see that continue, and not only continue to have a balanced budget, but to be able to be fiscally responsible and do the things that are necessary for the citizens of Benton Harbor who so deserve to have the very best. Thank you.
Vote no!
If we're going to do applause, then I'd like to ask you to back up and give applause to the gentleman, Matthew Bradley. At this time, a statement, 3-minute statement from Dennis Knowles.
Yes, it's kind of close. Before I became a commissioner, I was an activist about humanity. This is what this is all about. I came into Benton Harbor first in 1991. This is where we've been, a few of us. The deplorable conditions that have existed in this city have been, as Commissioner Hightower stated, pervasive. There have been many instances of misappropriations and unaccountability. There have also been negotiations made that have been bad, and you all have not been serviced. The lack of opportunities have been due to bad decisions, neglect, lack of public safety. I came into the seat knowing that we had water issues as a commissioner that needed to be addressed. Proposed several economic engines that have been rejected. That as mayor I will propose again, because now you will be billed, although it's being announced to you that your bills will not amount to too much or be no more than what St. Joseph is paying. I propose a toilet paper factory. I propose a municipal water bottling plant. And with our NSP $2, the dollars that will train you in the neighborhood in which you live in, by the people that live in the neighborhood in which you live in, who are certified to do the training, therefore giving you the opportunities to do the rehabs and development in the neighborhood in which you live in, and keep that dollar in the neighborhood in which you live in. And then make the housing affordable beyond what is called affordable, because we never have ascertained affordability in terms of housing for, right now, 70% of our women who are endangered and pervasively bait for anyone due to the lack of economics. Whereas the opportunities to have created these engines had been put on the table, they were sorely rejected, not only by my colleagues, but even by the state. I'll say this, as a mayor, I will be I'll be a strong force, because I believe we need to renegotiate all contracts. We need to go in, not weekly, in a compromise, because when you negotiate with anyone of power, you have to go in as in power. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And now we will take turns raising questions of the candidates. And I've asked Ms. Magona to be here so that we can shift, so that each time a different person will answer the question first. But we will work with our questions to ask each of you the same question. And when we receive them from the audience, please know that we will ask each candidate the same question, give them an opportunity to make a statement. So let's start with panelist Ledesky.
I think it's fair to say at this point that Benton Harbor is divided by the election, by the issues in the election, differences of opinions about the ballot initiatives, and the issues of the city as a whole. I'd like to ask each of you to tell us what you will do the day you assume office as mayor to reunite the city of Benton Harbor so that it can work together and move forward. I would ask Commissioner Hightower to start first, as Mr. Bradley gave the first opening statement.
First of all, I'd like to say that the vision...
Can't hear.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I think, first of all, we're divided basically because of a lot of false information that's being generated in the community. Coming into office is very important to be transparent and to refocus the commission on its purpose. And its purpose is policy and governance. I think it's important to get people on the same page of understanding of the role of the commission, each commissioner and the mayor. Also, in the situation that we're in right now with the state, I think it's very important for us to work very closely with the EEM to formulate a transition plan to move back to a city commission ran government. And I think I can do that without too much difficulty. At the timer? Without too much difficulty if we keep the goals in front of us as a group. And that's very important.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Knowles.
Yes.
Just a moment, please, before you start. Would you turn off all your phones? Just make them vibrate or something. We're hearing them here and there, and it's not fair. We don't want to take up any of the person's time thinking that their time is over. And I'd like to restate that you each have 1 minute to answer the questions. So, Mr. Knowles.
Yes, I would suggest to the total body, and although as we see proposals that are put forth, and we'll discuss those as well later on, follow the charter. That's something that we've not done as a body. I remember getting into the seat, and the first law that was broken was the seating date. We should have been seated December the 28th, 2009, according to the charter and according to Michigan compiled laws. But we were not. So when you break the law the first time, it makes sense. And you pervasively break the law. And we had not followed our charter, which is your Bible, the city's Bible. And I would encourage everyone to read that charter. To be on board as a body, we have to be on the same page as the law. You can't do this by relenting or relinquishing. So it would seem as if that one would be very, very harsh and... Thank you very much.
Well, please finish your sentence, sir.
Very, very harsh and made to seem to be the villain when one is putting forth the law. Remember that. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Mr. Bradley.
First day of assuming office if elected, I would sit down with community leaders and the commission and talk about some of the things that we have to envision to move our city forward. I would also gather a panel of community members, and that way we can sit down and see where we can work in the areas that need help. Right now, like you said, we are divided and amongst opinions, and we first have to learn to work together, and I would like to see if we do that, a team building workshop or some nature to help people work more closely together.
Thank you.
Thank you. My question, and I heard Mr. Knowles say something about public safety. I'm listening. The question I would like to ask is, I read in the newspaper that the EM says the city of Benton Harbor no longer needs the Berrien County Sheriff patrols. I'd like to know what you think. And then I'd like to know, do you know how these patrols were provided or are provided to the city of Benton Harbor? Now, who do I call? Mr. Knowles.
Well, I was definitely an opponent to the PSOs. Considering that'd be lying to you if I say otherwise. Still have my time in reference to watching out of work. Hearing the news in many ways to me could be a tool of marketing too. You're not really made fully aware, and for me, I've been locked out of a lot of things, as you well know, and you're not really sure. You hear, but do you really see? And I would suggest to the public to observe everything. Don't just listen to what one says or believe what you might read in any news media. Watch for yourself. So in reference to the public safety issue, I was a strong proponent that if I'm a fireman, I will remain a fireman, and if I were a police officer, to remain thus. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Bradley. Yes. I read that the EM says the city of Benton Harbor no longer needs Berrien County Sheriff patrols. What do you think? And do you know how the Berrien County Sheriff's Department started or became involved with patrolling the streets of the city of Benton Harbor?
I know that shortly after the civil disturbance back in 2003, that's how the Berrien County Sheriff started patrolling the streets of Benton Harbor. How I feel about the Berrien County Sheriff's Department not being needed in the city, I think that they should be needed in the city as long during the summer months, because that's when we have a lot of high tourist traffic as well, and also when a lot of our youngsters are out of school and don't have many activities to do. And also when you have more patrol officers, law enforcement officers on the streets, that's also a good look for when businesses are coming to your area and they see more of a presence of safety.
Thank you.